This was the most evil lady that ever lived. Her name was Jenny Talia. She was born in 1917, Nebraska. To her town, she was just a lonely widow with a farm and a soft voice. But between 1942 and 1963, at least 17 people vanished within a few miles of her farm. Hitchhikers, salesmen, even a deputy sheriff. No one suspected it was her kidnapping these people. The police thought it was just wild animals or bad luck near the river. It wasn't until 1965, when her barn caught fire, that the truth started leaking out. Firefighters broke through a sealed wall and found chairs, 5 of them, bolted to the floor with restraints, a rusty sink with blood in the drain, and glass jars that held human fingers and other body parts. When they arrested her, Jenny didn't flinch. She smiled and said, "I gave them a home, and they gave me company." She lost her life 5 years later in a jail cell. But the scariest part is that they only found 7 victims, while Jenny had taken 17 lives. She kept a notebook with all their names crossed out. No one knows where the others are.
Back to the story you just watched, Jenny Talia seems like just a lonely widow, but she was one of the most chilling serial killers the Midwest ever saw. Between 1942 and 1963, at least 17 people vanished near her Nebraska farm. When a barn fire exposed a hidden torture room, police found restraints, blood-stained sinks, and jars of body parts. Jenny simply smiled and said, "I gave them a home and they gave me company." Only 7 bodies were recovered. The rest were never found. Now moving on to the next story, it talk about the lake woman. This bizarre case left officers speechless. A calm woman insisted she had given her son to God and claimed her husband had been swallowed by a giant fish at the bottom of the lake. Her detached tone contrasted sharply with her story's horror. Detectives suspected psychosis as she urged them to search underwater for a mythical fish. Her eerie conviction shows how delusion can shatter reality and how officers must navigate the fragile line between crime and mental illness. Let's watch it now.
Ma'am, can you explain to me what happened? Who'd you throw in the water?
I gave my son to God.
Your son?
Yes.
Where's your husband?
He went for a walk this morning.
And you haven't seen him
He
since?
didn't ever come back. And we went to the boat and his clothes were there. And God told me he's in the lake and a fish swallowed him. And you're actually supposed to go look for him in the bottom of the lake. And you will find the fish, and you will find my husband.
I need to know where your husband's at.
He's at the bottom of the lake in a fish.
He's in a fish.
Yes.
There's no fish large enough on an atwell to swallow your husband.
He's at the bottom of the lake in a fish.
Our next story display a full mental collapse. What you're seeing is pure psychological unraveling. This suspect pleads repeatedly, begging unseen voices to let him go. His words spiral as panic consumes him, showing how mental breakdown can flood an interrogation room like a storm. He rocks, repeats, and cries, caught between guilt and delusion. These moments remind us that not all crime stems from malice. Sometimes it's the collapse of a mind under unbearable weight.
Let them go. Let them go.
You're about to see a man in full-blown mental collapse. This is one of the most uncomfortable, anxiety-inducing breakdowns ever captured in an interrogation.
Please let him go. Please let him go. Please. Please let him go. Just let him go. Can I just let him go? Just let him go. Please let him go, God. Just let him go. Just don't keep him no longer. So let him go. Just let him get my truck and go. I can do that. I did everything. I just want to go. I don't want to let him go.
On June 3rd, 2018, Christopher Allan Stacy shot 2 men, Dalton Davis and Troy Boutwell, in Walnut Hill, Florida. He said it was in self-defense, but the deeper detectives dig, the more the cracks would begin to show.
Hey, before we get started.
Yes, you can go to the restroom. Yeah, I was taking the girls just now. He'll take you. Yeah. I'll ask Logan after you get back too.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Good. I'm Investigator Work. It's Investigator Preston. Okay, before we get started, let me get your information. Before we get started, I'm going to read your rights to you, okay? And if you wish to speak with me and give me your side of the story, just sign there for me. Okay? Mr. Stacy, you just want to start from the beginning and just tell me what happened.
Well, we were we stayed in Mississippi. We were going to Texas to work. I taking my son and my ex-wife and his girlfriend. We're going to Mississippi.
Let's start out with, who's your son?
Logan.
Okay, who's your ex-wife?
Jessica.
And who's your...
My son is Alexis.
Alexis is your son's girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we get to Mississippi, and we started late, so we stayed at the Microtel Inn. And we checked out, but when we got there, the pre-trial release forms that I got for him to go to work with me, he left them at the house. So we had to come back and get the paperwork. Well, I mean, we get there probably about 9, somewhere around 9. And as far as, like I said, watch movies and we'll just lay down, like I said, drink Gatorade, stuff like that. But as far as it is, like you said, when you get up and Alexa says something about her uncle's house getting raided or something. And as far as that, that's all I know really as far as that, sleeping wise, you know.
Okay, do you know that Troy was shot?
Yeah, well, when he told me I did.
Okay. Do you know that Dalton? Do you know a Dalton? Okay, he was shot and killed. Okay. And you're the last person that I'm talking to. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I've gotten stories from everybody that was there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this, I don't know what happened, is not going to work.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
It's not going to work.
Like I said,
You can tell this detective's been around right out of the gate.
The next story cover is the most terrifying and chilling 911 call you will ever hear. This haunting 911 call came from a trembling child watching her father brutally attack her mother. Her voice cracks as she pleads for help, describing injuries and chaos while trying to protect her little sister. We hear screams, glass breaking, and her panic as they escape in a car until her father clings to the vehicle and is fatally injured. It's a devastating glimpse into the terror children endure in domestic violence and the lifelong scars it leaves. Let's watch now.
Oh my God!
911, where's your emergency?
My dad's being really mean to my mommy.
What's he doing?
He's hitting my mom and he's hitting her to the ground.
How old are you?
12.
So he's physically hurting your mom?
He's hitting her to my bed and he's making marks on my mom.
Do you know what they're fighting about?
Everything! Get off my mother!
Who's at the house with you guys?
Just my sister, my dad and my mom. My dad's hitting my mom. I need help.
Okay, they're coming. Okay, how old's your sister?
9.
Do you know if anybody's been drinking?
My dad has. They're fighting really bad.
You're leaving?
Yes. Oh my God!
What's going on?
Mommy!
Can you tell me what happened, honey?
My dad and my mom and she puts her into a flower pot. Oh my God, he's hurting me! He's hurting me now!
Did you go?
Your glasses!
You need to go away from them, okay? You need to take your sister.
My mom broke her arm!
Your mother has broke her arm?
Please hurry! My dad broke my arm! Get away from me! No! They're coming for you! They're all coming for you! The police and everything! You're harassing her! Are you coming soon?
Yes, honey, they're coming, okay? They're on their...
Oh my God! No, he just pushed her! He pushed her really hard! And she fell again! We're all outside! My mom really hurt her arm! Dad! Get off me! Get off my mommy! Are you guys want to here? I don't want to live here anymore! It's really bad!
He's never done this before?
Well, they've been fighting for a long time, but he's never took it this far. We're trying to get in the car, but he won't let her. Ow! Ow! He's really mean. Really mean. I'm in the car. He's not letting us go. He's holding on. Out of my car. We're pulling out of our driveway right now. Go fast, Mommy, go fast. Oh my God, he's dead. He's dead. He's really dead.
What happened?
He was hanging onto the car and then he fell off and...
Did she run over him with the car?
Felicia Koshuk. For our next capsule, a 9-year-old Felicia posted a TikTok saying her neighbor had been pounding on her door. Minutes later, that same neighbor, Vasily Dune, drunkenly opened fire, killing her in Chita, Russia. She died in her father's arms moments after he returned from the store. Vasily got 17 years, even though he knew children were inside. Felicia's last video was a cry for help. Please watch the capsule now.
This video is chilling because just 15 minutes after this little girl posted this TikTok, her life was senselessly taken. On February 17th, 2021, a 9-year-old girl named Felicia Koshuk, who lived in the Russian city of Chita, posted a video to her TikTok claiming that her neighbor had been pounding on her door for over an hour. Here is the transcript of her TikToks. Pause to read. The incident started after Felicia's father left her and her brother alone to go to the store. Eventually, the neighbor stopped knocking, and Felicia chatted with her friend about the TikTok video that she'd posted, and her friend invited her to meet her at the park to take her mind off of things. 15 minutes after Felicia posted the video, she heard a soft knocking on the door, so she went to answer it, thinking it was her friend or her father. Before she could answer the door, the neighbor opened fire and took Felicia's life. Her father returned moments later to find her, and she took her last breath in his arms. The neighbor was 33-year-old Vasily Dunay, who had been getting increasingly more aggravated over the sound of some home repairs Felicia's father had been doing. He was also extremely drunk at the time. He pled guilty to the crime and was given a 17-year sentence to be served in a penal colony in Siberia. Vasily was fully aware that there were children in the home, so do you think 17 years is long enough for something that reckless?
On our next capsule, on Mother's Day 2023, 14-year-old Aiden Fucci lured cheerleader Tristan Bailey into the woods and stabbed her 115 times. He later grinned from the back of a police car and smiled in court as the autopsy was read. Tristan fought desperately for her life. Only after seeing Fucci's chilling lack of remorse did the judge sentence him to life in prison. A bright life stolen and a teenager who seemed to feel nothing. Let's watch now.
You had no right to take her from me!
This was the reaction of 14-year-old murderer Aiden Fucci as the judge read the autopsy report of Tristan Bailey. On Mother's Day, May 9, 2023, at 1:55 a.m., 14-year-old cheerleader Tristan Bailey walked into the woods near St. John's, Florida, accompanied by Fucci. At 3:40 a.m., Fucci was seen running home, panicked, holding his shoes. The next day, Tristan's mother called 911 to report her daughter missing. After Fucci was brought in for questioning, he recorded a chilling video from inside the police car and posted it on social media.
Having fun in a cop car.
Yep. Tristan.
What's up, guys?
Yep.
Tristan, if you walk out the damn...
Later that afternoon, a community volunteer searching the area discovered Tristan's body beside a retention pond. The scene was so horrific that the person who found her nearly vomited. Tristan Bailey had been stabbed a total of 115 times, with 47 defensive wounds, indicating she fought desperately against her attacker while fully conscious. The unimaginable pain, fear, and despair she endured are beyond words. Yet, the teen who planned and committed this brutal crime appeared disturbingly calm in court. Throughout the trial, Fucci casually rocked back and forth in his chair, clearly relaxed, knowing that, because of his young age, he was immune from the death penalty. He faced a sentence of 42 years to life. As Bailey's family delivered their final statement, Fucci reflected on his crime and shockingly began to smile in court. However, after the judge and jury observed his complete lack of remorse, they unanimously sentenced him to life imprisonment, and the smile quickly vanished from his face. Do you agree with the judge's decision to sentence Fucci to life in prison?
In this capsule, three brothers take justice into their own hands after their stepfather violently attacked their sister. Fueled by anger, they confronted him with deadly consequences. Watch now.
A frightened 9-year-old girl ran into the room of her two elder brothers and screamed for help. Her 41-year-old stepfather, Gabriel Quintanilla, was chasing her from behind. With tears streaming down her face, she pleaded with her brothers to let him go. After kicking Quintanilla out of the room, the two elder brothers noticed the red stain on their sister's trousers. They asked her in panic what had happened. At this point, she broke down even more. She said that their stepfather was choking her neck and then stuffed something into her body. He threatened to kill her if she told others. Hearing this, the brothers were furious and without hesitation called on their friends for support. They rushed into Quintanilla's room and began to attack him with metal rods. Quintanilla attempted to escape. The two brothers and their friends continued the pursuit and eventually fled to a nearby field. They attacked Quintanilla again and then threw him like garbage in the field. When the authorities found Quintanilla, he was already deceased. The police disclosed that Quintanilla has been wanted for another case of underage SA. Now the three are facing charges of first-degree murder and may face life imprisonment. The local residents supported the three brothers. Many signed a petition demanding leniency from the court. Some even demanded their acquittal. Do you think they should be sentenced to punishment? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Our next video is about Kendrick Morris. At 16, Kendrick Morris laughed in court while his victim's family cried. He had sexually assaulted and brutally beat 18-year-old Quina Wong, leaving her permanently paralyzed and unable to speak or eat. Morris believed his age would spare him from a life sentence. But when the judge handed down life without parole, his grin vanished. Quina lost her future, her freedom, everything. Justice finally silenced his cruel smile.
I want to rip you limb from limb and discard you like trash.
This demon laughed heartily in court. He left this girl paralyzed for life due to brain damage, but he laughed in court because he was only 16 years old. The U.S. Supreme Court prohibits life imprisonment for juveniles convicted of non-homicide crimes, but the next sentence from the judge made the smile disappear from his face. This is Kendrick Morris, who sexually assaulted an 84-year-old woman as early as 2007, but he was only 15 years old. His mother paid $2,000 bail, and the judge released him. Just 1 year later, he attacked a 18-year-old high school student, Queen of Wong, who was returning a book, dragging her behind the library, sexually assaulting her, and brutally beating her. Queen has suffered a traumatic brain injury, losing the ability to speak and move, and even unable to eat. Queen has been admitted to the University of Florida and is about to embark on her wonderful college life. But Kendrick completely ruined this girl's life. However, in court, he showed no remorse and even laughed heartily when the victim's family was crying. Because his lawyer assured him that he was 16 years old and the victim was theoretically still alive, he could definitely avoid the death penalty and life imprisonment. But when Judge Chetharp saw Kendrick's smug smile, he angrily overturned the original 65-year sentence and sentenced Kendrick to life imprisonment without parole.
If ever there was a case that cried out for a life sentence, this is the case.
At this moment, Kendrick's smile disappeared, and he finally paid the price for his cruelty and ignorance. Judge Tharp was later impeached for violating the Supreme Court's injunction, but said he will never regret his decision. Do you support Judge Tharp's ruling? Share your thoughts in the comment section.